Welcome to National Transaction information on our new merchant application. On the first line, the doing business as name is what we're going to look for on the very first line. The name that the customer is going to recognize. The reason that's important is that's the name we're going to put on his credit card bill. If he doesn't recognize it, if it just says a generic name that he doesn't remember, he has the opportunity to try to charge that back. So it's important that we have a recognizable doing business as name here. Over here on the next line, the obvious information, your phone number. Now, there may be a different corporate name. If there is, we do need to know that. The address, the obvious information, mailing address if it's different, and the contact name. And if this is a manager type person that you would allow us to have a conversation with about your merchant account. Remember, the merchant account it's an important part of the business. It's your short-term loan to get access to funds. So the next section here is the principal or the owner information. Again, it is a short-term loan, so we need to know the name of the information on the owner, social security number, title, birth date, home address, city, state, zip, etc., and home phone number. The year the business was established. If it's new, just put new. That's fine. If length of current ownership, it could be an existing business that you just purchased. We need to know that. If you do have prior experience in that particular type of business, it'll show the likelihood of success. We do need to know that. The products and services sold. Remember, just boil it down to a word or two, what it is you're selling. We just need to know the transaction, what's being purchased. On this section, we need to know if it's a corporation, sole proprietorship, LLC, what type of business entity it is, the federal ID. The customer service number is important because we're going to put that on the credit card bill right next to the name of your business. So if they have a dispute, hopefully they're going to call you first. The card acceptance method, we have merchants that do retail card swipe where it's a face-to-face type transaction. We have merchants that have the card in their hand but decide to punch it in because they don't want to have the device for whatever reason. Mail order, telephone order merchants, we know they're going to manually key in the transaction. And e-commerce are separate, different categories of types of clients. If you're an e-commerce client, please check the internet checklist. There are Visa and MasterCard requirements for refund policy, return policies, and so on. The next section is just your email address and your website address as well. This is where we need to estimate the credit card average ticket, the monthly volume, and the annualized volume. For travel agents specifically, this is the delayed delivery time frames. If the trip is 30 days out, 60 days out, 90 days out, we need to estimate that. How much is the deposit when it's due, average deposit amount, final payment amount, and so on. And if you are currently accepting credit cards, we always need to see 3 months worth of statements. That more or less wraps it up. The section at the bottom is terminal information, pricing information, which you'll have a second document for that'll show you all the details of the pricing of the program. Remember, on pricing, we have small merchant pricing that has very minimal monthly fees, as little as $10 a month. And if you're a large merchant, we have interchange pass-through pricing at pennies per transaction. And that wraps it up, and thank you for visiting National Transaction. Have a great day.